A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant and controversial ruling, the Supreme Court has granted President Trump's administration the authority to proceed with mass layoffs at the Education Department, allowing the termination of approximately 1,400 employees. This decision marks yet another instance of the High Court showing considerable deference to the executive branch, particularly in the context of Trump's ongoing efforts to reshape the federal workforce. The ruling was issued without a detailed explanation, raising concerns among critics about the implications for judicial transparency and accountability. Legal experts have noted that the lack of rationale in such decisions often signals a troubling trend of judicial power being exercised without the necessary checks and balances. The Supreme Court's decision comes amidst a broader context of Trump's push to significantly reduce the size of the federal government, which he argues is necessary for efficiency and effectiveness. However, opponents contend that these layoffs and restructuring efforts undermine the integrity and independence of federal agencies. The ruling has sparked heated debates within political circles, with some lawmakers expressing their discontent over the perceived erosion of congressional authority in overseeing significant changes to executive agencies. The Education Department layoffs are just one facet of a larger initiative that Trump initiated shortly after taking office, aimed at streamlining government operations. Critics argue that such drastic measures should require approval from Congress, especially when they involve fundamental changes to the functions of federal agencies. The Supreme Court's decision to allow the layoffs temporarily, while lawsuits continue in lower courts, raises questions about the long-term consequences for affected employees, many of whom may not have the luxury of waiting for legal proceedings to unfold. With litigation potentially dragging on for years, the immediate impact of these layoffs is likely to be felt by thousands of families across the nation. Legal analysts have pointed out that the court's ruling reflects a broader trend of prioritizing executive power over legislative oversight, a shift that could have profound implications for the balance of power within the federal government. As the Trump administration moves forward with its plans, the ramifications of this ruling will undoubtedly reverberate throughout the political landscape, shaping the discourse around government reform and accountability in the years to come. The Supreme Court's decision has been met with mixed reactions, with some praising it as a necessary step towards government efficiency, while others decry it as a dangerous precedent that could lead to further erosion of checks and balances. The implications of the ruling extend beyond the immediate layoffs at the Education Department, as it sets a concerning precedent for future executive actions that may seek to bypass congressional approval. As the nation grapples with the fallout from this decision, the ongoing debate about the role of the judiciary in overseeing executive actions will likely intensify, with advocates on both sides of the aisle calling for a reevaluation of the balance of power within the federal government. Amidst the political turmoil, the future of federal agencies hangs in the balance, as the Trump administration continues its pursuit of a smaller and more streamlined government. The coming months will be critical in determining how this ruling affects not only the Education Department, but also the broader landscape of federal governance. With public opinion divided on the issue, the stakes are high as lawmakers and citizens alike watch closely to see how the administration implements these changes and what, if any, pushback arises from Congress and the courts. As the political climate continues to shift, the implications of the Supreme Court's ruling will remain a focal point of discussion in the ongoing debate over the future of the federal workforce and the role of government in the lives of American citizens. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.